Nemaha NRD manager Bob Hilske says flood control structures in his district decreased the severity of flooding along the Nemaha River, but were not designed to control the type of flooding that beset the state this spring. He said 350 dams control water on all of the district's watersheds, but they are designed based on actual water flow rather than the deep frost that lingered late into March and ice jams.
And it's kind of a perfect storm of runoff, snowmelt, ice, and that's what really contributed to all the problems. So it's not very often that you have that kind of a mix all put together to create what we had today, and it's really probably something that'd be very difficult to plan for and prevent, even if it happens again in the future.
There were no days in the first weeks of March where the temperature rose above freezing, and a sparse few hours to reduce the snowpack before the spring rains came.
Typically what we saw was in the northern part of our district, and we're talking in the Palmyra, Bennett, Firth area. We did see a lot of runoff up there, and those structures filled. We had a lot of flood storage in those reservoirs, and they held up perfectly fine.
The southern and central portions of the district had less snowpack and did not fill NRD reservoirs around Tecumseh and Falls City.
We feel like it's been very successful. We've got essentially most of the smaller watersheds in our district are controlled. The dams are operating fine.
Hilske said Duck and Buck Creek dams near Peru are among the last of the major watershed dams proposed by the NRD, which is now focusing on maintenance of the structures. Most are 25 to 50 years old.
If we would not have the flood control structures that we have in place today, you would see a lot more flood damage, and what you would see is a lot more flooding in farmland along streams. You'd probably see a lot more county road bridge damage, and you might even see flooding in some of the smaller communities.
He said Steamboat Trace along the Missouri River may have areas of significant damage. From Tecumseh, I'm Dan Swanson, News Channel, Nebraska.